Look at these hands, counting coins. For most of us, numbers act as tools we created to solve a problem. We assume they are like the alphabet or the wheel, human inventions designed specifically to keep track of inventory and balance the books. But this purely social view of numbers ignores our biology. In a 2 by 3 centimeter brain region, the right posterior parietal cortex, numbers are biological hardware. 1 through 7 map sequentially. The brain devotes massive physical tissue to 1, 2, and 3. For larger numbers, these zones shrink, and accuracy decreases. If numbers possess distinct values, sequences, and shapes, and are wired into our brain tissue, what are they actually telling us about the world? This biological mapping suggests numbers are an objective psychological reality. They are not just external measurements, they are part of the internal system we use to organize our perception of existence. Pioneers of depth psychology like Carl Jung studied this psychological dimension. To them, the first 4 numbers operate as archetypal forms. They are innate templates in the psyche that guide human development. It starts with the number 1, the monad. This represents the unconscious mind, a dark, fertile state of unity. It holds all human potential and all opposing forces in a dormant, uncritical mix. Then comes the number 2, the dyad. The monad splits, introducing separation and duality. This is the uncomfortable awakening of consciousness, where we begin to face the friction of opposing choices and internal conflict. The tension of the dyad seeks a resolution in the number 3, the triad. This third point synthesizes the opposites and breaks the cycle of indecision. It introduces linear time, past, present, and future, giving our psychological growth a forward direction. Finally, the number 4, the tetrad, brings stability. The dynamic motion of the 3 anchors into a heavy, solid form. 4 represents psychological wholeness and the grounding of abstract ideas into our actual, embodied lives. Simple counting from 1 to 4 maps the universal journey of human maturation, moving from deep unconsciousness to a stable, integrated ego. This logic extends to the very shapes of the numbers we use every day. If we strip away the context of calculation, we find a geometric symmetry built into the Arabic numerals. 0 and 1 form the foundational pair. The 0 is the void, a circle of potential, while the 1 is a vertical line of manifestation. Together, they illustrate a continuous loop of creation and dissolution. Look at the 2 and the 5. Rotate the 2 on a horizontal axis, and you have a 5. They are the exact same shape, mirroring the relationship between stability and transformation. The 3 is geometrically half of an 8. The open curves of the 3 represent finite acts of creation that physically make up the continuous, infinite loop of the 8. 4 and 7 are the only numbers built exclusively from straight lines and right angles. They show that spiritual insight, the 7, is built upon the grounded stability of the physical world, represented by the 4. 6 and 9 share rotational symmetry. The inward-looking spiral of love in the 6 expands outward as it rotates, becoming the universal completion and wisdom of the 9. These shapes suggest that our numerical symbols aren't arbitrary squiggles. Instead, their visual form aligns with the very principles they are used to describe. This link between geometry and meaning is a central theme in ancient mysticism. In Sufism, integers are seen as active forces with authority over the physical realm. In this tradition, 1 is the essence of divine unity. It is the singular truth from which all other mathematical multitudes are derived. 2 is the signature of human existence. It reflects the principle that physical reality is constructed of opposing pairs, compression and release, warmth and cold, male and female. 3 is the number of creation itself, directly mirroring the 3 Arabic letters that form the command for the world to begin. Ancient mystics mapped these numerical forces as secrets centuries before modern science could measure the brain regions that process them. When we look at numbers through biology, psychology, and geometry, they reveal how we organize the world into a coherent human experience. The universe embeds these foundational concepts into our imagination, and our reason then perceives and codifies them as mathematics. This makes the purely transactional view of numbers, using them only to measure weight or count profit, look incredibly limited. A number is more than a quantity. It is a geometric balance of forces and a hardwired neurological reality that defines how we interact with space and time. The numbers we write every day are the structural language of our perception, built into the very way we see the world.